Human beings are inherently wired to create. It's not something we consciously try to do. All it takes is moving beyond the memories of our past and the associations tied to them in order to shape a new future. While it may sound simple in theory, many of us have experienced it at least once in our lives. So what happens when we get a wild or crazy idea? We start wondering what it would be like to be happy in love or rich. That's when the creative center in our brains activates. The frontal lobe, functioning as the CEO or symphony leader, takes charge and connects with other parts of the brain. It seeks out the raw materials available, which include our knowledge and experiences, and starts combining them seamlessly. The outcome is a vision or intent that forms in our minds. If we're passionate about it, we begin to feel the emotions associated with achieving that vision. This process is familiar to everyone. Once we've set our intentions, nothing and no one can dissuade us. We become fully invested in our ideas. We then proceed to write down the choices we need to make, the actions we need to take, and the goals and experiences we want to manifest in our future. As we jot down each goal or experience, we feel the emotions associated with them, and we assemble more and more of our desired future. Now, here's where the astute individual does something remarkable. They seek out more information, want to be wealthy, study successful people, want to be healthy, learn from those who embody good health. By expanding our knowledge, we provide ourselves with additional building blocks for dreaming in new and innovative ways. However, one crucial step in this process is identifying the thoughts we need to eliminate. These are the thoughts that hold us back, such as, I can't do it, I'll start tomorrow, or it's too difficult. By listing and becoming acutely aware of these thoughts, we take away their power over us. Fighting them down is an incredibly potent exercise. It minimizes their influence and empowers us to regain control. From a neuroscientific perspective, this exercise is known as metacognition. When we can observe our thoughts and become conscious of them, we separate ourselves from the automated programming and become the conscious observer. We start objectifying our subjective selves and gain a broader perspective. In addition to identifying disempowering thoughts, we also need to recognize the choices we should stop making. Are we constantly complaining, making excuses, or blaming others? It's important to be brutally honest with ourselves. We must also be aware of the experiences we need to avoid, particularly those that trigger negative emotion. By consciously staying away from such situations or people, we free ourselves from the environments that hold us back. Equally important is recognizing the emotions that anchor us to the past. These emotions are chemically ingrained residue from past experiences. When we find ourselves feeling suffering, guilt, unworthiness, or despair, we are trapped in the past, unable to see the potential of the future. Operating within these emotional states hampers our brain function, as numerous brain scans have revealed. Additionally, our memories of the past are often inaccurate, with research suggesting that 50% of our recollections are embellished or distorted. This tendency to fabricate reinforces our limited mindset, preventing us from reaching our full potential. The most effective way to predict and shape our future is to create it ourselves. However, we cannot rely solely on what we already know. Instead, we must venture into the unknown. Paradoxically, this can be challenging because our survival instincts urge us to flee from the unknown rather than embrace it. We live in survival mode, which comprises about 70% of our time. We are more inclined to run from the unknown than trust it. If there's a potential threat, we react instinctively and defensively. Emotional states linked to survival, such as stress, are highly addictive. They provide us with a rush of energy and adrenaline. And we often use our problems and life conditions to reinforce this addiction. By doing so, we remember who we are, albeit within the confines of limited emotions. As a result, if our thoughts can trigger the stress response, and stress chemicals are addictive, we become addicted to our own thoughts. This further solidifies our aversion to the unknown, as stepping into uncharted territory threatens our addiction to familiar emotional states. For yet, it is precisely in the unknown that true greatness awaits. This is where we consciously choose which thoughts to wire and fire in our brains. We consider the behaviors we want to exhibit in our new lives and rehearse them mentally. This process, known in neuroscience as mental rehearsal, begins to establish neural connections that mimic the experiences we desire. We prime our brains for the future instead of dwelling on the past. Moreover, those who are truly dedicated to their transformation go a step further and emotionally teach their bodies what their future selves will feel like. The unconscious mind, embodied in our physical selves, starts to believe it resides in the future rather than the past. Understandably, this transformative process does not occur overnight. It necessitates continuous efforts to rewire our biology. However, observing individuals who have healed themselves from serious health conditions or overcome challenging pasts reveals a common thread. These individuals had to embark on a journey of self-transformation. Through this process, they fundamentally change their personalities. For our personality shapes our personal reality. Our personality comprises our thoughts, actions, and emotions, the person we are today. Our present personality has created the personal reality we currently experience. If we aspire to create a new personal reality, we must change our personality. This entails examining our thought patterns and altering them, scrutinizing our unconscious habits and behaviors, and consciously adjusting them. We must also reassess the emotions that tie us to the past and determine if they have a place in our envisioned future. The most significant challenge lies in the fact that many people attempt to forge a new personal reality without changing their existing personality. This approach proves ineffective as we gradually demystify this process. We come to understand that the diseases and conditions we face are interconnected with our personality. By changing our personality, much like someone with multiple personality disorder who exhibits different allergies or conditions depending on their personality, we can potentially heal and transform ourselves biologically. We become someone new. However, breaking free from our biological mold is no easy task. Many people are unaware that they possess the tools needed for transformation. Moreover, societal conditioning often leads us to believe that superficial changes, such as a new hairstyle, a different brand of beer, or a sports car, will alter our state. In fact, this hypnosis perpetuates the illusion of change. And it becomes evident when we awaken to the realization that we are far more unlimited than we have been led to believe. True transformation is not driven by profit or self-interest. It stems from the genuine awakening of individuals who have healed themselves from various conditions. These individuals serve as living proof that we too have the potential to create profound change in our lives. As we awaken to our innate creative abilities, we recognize the immense power we hold to shape our personal realities. By transcending our past, identifying disempowering thoughts and choices, and disentangling ourselves from limiting emotions, we step into the realm of the unknown. In this void, we find the perfect space to create. While the journey may be challenging, it is through rewiring our biology and transforming our personality that we unlock our true potential. The stories of individuals who have triumphed over adversity and transformed their lives offer inspiration and permission for us to embark on our own transformative journeys. Foreign.